All right, I got a confession to make. I mean, it's not a confession because you're seeing the dial in front of you. But I kind of fucked up, guys. I wanted to make this is interesting. So I wanted to make a dial from scratch, and hey, what's up, Knight? And I wanted to kind of go through the process with you guys as I created this dial. And unfortunately, I got too excited, bro. Hey, what's up, Lewis? I got too excited. So last week we hung out. I had taken that back wall, and it was, thank you very much, Collectors Essentials, and it was a blank wall. And so what I did in front of you guys, or what I went live and I recorded for an hour, and what I did is I created the bricks, cut out the window, and cut out where the door was gonna be. And so my goal was that by the time I went live today, I would have had it all blackwashed, and I would have started painting and adding some of these details, and kind of going through the process with you guys, and letting you know how I went about uh each part or each section. You know what I mean? So that was essentially the goal. But what happened is last night when I when I got off of YouTube, and I just started working, continued working on it. So I went to that wall, I cut that out, and I started kind of uh going forward. The part that was done before off camera was I had just it was just before I excuse me before I started recording live, the part that was done was just, it was magnetized, uh it was textured out, and no, it wasn't magnetized, I'm lying. It was just textured. It was cut to size and textured. And that's all I had. So, again, you guys saw yesterday's live episode was that back wall. But yeah, man, once I couldn't put it down, to be honest with you guys. I couldn't put it down. So, this die was actually for sale. Uh I have put it up for sale on Instagram as well as my Facebook page. And hopefully I'll sell it. This is I specifically made this dial just to sell it, just so I can raise funds for my car, some car repairs. My car brakes are done, so I have to get some brake pads. I have to get some rotors, and also my steering rack is done. So I have to actually get that piece from the junkyard, because to get that piece new and get it repaired, it'll be ridiculous amount of money that I don't have. So I figured, you know what, I can just kind of start off with the brakes and kind of go work from there. I've been stressing a little bit. My car is pretty old, but it's a good car. It's a Honda CRV, so it's a solid car. And I just kind of been stressing about the fact that it's on its last wheels, but I feel like I can save it, and that's the goal. So I figured if I can, sell this dial and make a few bucks, then I can start off with that goal. Part of Oh, I forget. I should have written this in the description. So part of whoever wins the dial, I will be creating some graffiti in on that back wall with their name. So I'm actually gonna be live for only a few minutes, and then I'm gonna go back to my description on Instagram and kind of fix that and let people know that they have the option of me creating their name or whatever they want me to create in terms of letters on that back wall. That is a Deadpool for scale. This die was 16 inches across. It is about 11 and a half inches deep. It is almost 12 inches tall, about 11 and a half, a little more than 11 and a half inches tall. Made completely of insulation foam board. It was interesting because my car brakes are so bad that I can't drive it. It's just metal to metal. I really can't drive my car. So I didn't work yesterday. I don't work today, or I didn't work today. And so I kind of was just stuck in the house. And so I had to figure out I was like, all right, cool. Let me do a dial. But then there were certain materials that I didn't have, and I was like, shit. And they were pretty important materials to creating this. So, for example, this back window, this frame. Let me see if I can light this up here. So this is just part of the foam, right? You guys saw that yesterday. The inside frame is actually balsa wood. The problem was that I only had this stick of balsa. I had mismatched sticks. This stick of balsa wood. There was another stick on the side that was somewhat complete, and it just I had to create. It was this. I make the doors. I don't. I make the doors. So I was like shit. So anyway, I Frankensteined it together, and it looks good. The frame ended up being good. I wanted to get vellum paper. I had no vellum paper, so instead, I used this thing that I've used for a shower curtain before, and it should be right here. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I thought I specifically left it here just so I could show you guys one more time. I guess not, but anyway, it's just plastic piece. Let me see if I can get close. You can see how it kind of has the little diamond cut type shit on it. So it's just a really kind of a you buy it in rolls or whatever. I've used it for shower curtains before in some of my older dials. So I didn't have vellum paper, but I had that, which is great because it still gives me that fogginess that I was looking for, and it also allows for the light from the back to illuminate any subjects that may be here or in the dial in general. Last minute, I opted to add this handrail that's pegged into here and pegged into here. Uh, the paint's still a little wet, as you can see, so I'm gonna let that dry. And threw in a light, a working light, the piping. Uh, I didn't get the exact look that I wanted here, but it came. The shadow's not really giving it it looks better without the shadow on it, but it wasn't really what I wanted, but it was okay. And then I have kind of this red, excuse me, this kind of orange piece that is almost like a safety net. I've seen them on construction sites or whatever, so I kind of created that. I had some of that material, created that as kind of a, hey, be careful, don't fall into the door, because people oftentimes fall sideways in my mind, apparently. uh make a fence with wiring. Why would I do that? So I have Deadpool sitting here, more than anything just for kind of for scale, so you guys have an idea of the size of the dial. That is a 6-inch Marvel Legends figure. So this dial isn't tiny by any stretch of the imagination. It has that dock that gives it a little more depth. So when you take pictures, you can do stuff, characters jumping from the top to the bottom. Yeah, man, just the basics in terms of what I use for building. That's just a piece of foam there. Those two black strips are actually foam sheet. I already told you guys about the balsa wood on the inside. That piece back there is the piece that I usually use for dojos. Just that framing that kind of comes from the dollar store. That is just same cardboard that I usually use. And this is just do yourself straw. The piping is do yourself straw. This is more foam, just skinny cut foam. And yeah, there you have it. Signage is just paper on aluminum tape. So yeah, man, if you're interested in throwing a bid out, so basically the way I'm doing it is just I'm asking people, hey, if you're interested and you want to buy the dial, just DM me a price. Even if you only have $10 and you're like, hey, maybe no one DMs them a price and maybe the $10 wins. I doubt it. But hey, why not? Try it. Not only that, hey, what's up, man? Not only that, but um I won't feel like you're lowballing. So, 'cause a lot of times people are like, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't want to lowball you. Because, when somebody lowballs you, it's almost like a slap in the face. I'm not going to feel that way. If you feel that it's worth $75 and that's what you want to offer me, then go for it. Nah, I already have fencing. I don't, I wouldn't, it's too time. What you're describing is just too time. It seems too time consuming. Like in terms of fencing, I get gutter mesh wire, man. It's plastic. You can spray paint it, and it looks great for fencing. So, to make fencing from scratch, doesn't matter how good it looks. I just wouldn't put that effort in. To be honest with you, it's just not necessary. It's one of the things where these dioramas are background drops. You know what I mean? So It's not. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate it, brother. But nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm definitely there's certain like for example, I've built dumpsters before, right? So the dumpster I built before came out really good. I'll never make another dumpster. It's just not worth it. You can go to Wrestling Superstore for $10 or $20. I think you get two of them. They're plastic. They have wheels. They look better than the one I built. And the effort I take into the time and effort that it takes to make dumpsters, it's just not worth it for me. Unless somebody's gonna be buying those dumpsters for $40, $35, $40, cool. But why would anyone pay that much when you can just pay $20 and get? I think it's 20 or $25 where you get two dumpsters. Again, you get a blue or green. They're very solidly built. The tires on it, the little wheels on it work. It goes, these guys here, like these are the dumpsters that I usually get, right? So this dumpster works just fine. Like and so it has the wheels. It's a legit dumpster. And so I've created something very similar and it's just, it's one of those things where I created it for a dio, was part of a dio, and it was fun creating it, but I'll never do it again. What's up, Junior? I'll never do it again because I can just order these guys. There's no point in kind of doing that. So yeah, man, it's yeah, just want to show you guys. And yes, Knight. Hello. Yes, we've been communicating. What's up, man? I missed those lads. Can't even find them. Actually, a gentleman got me those lads recently from, man, I forgot his name. I forgot where he got them from, but they're pretty cool. They're not the same. They're a little different. And they look like this. So recently he sent me, I paid for like, I don't know, 10 of them or some shit like that. I don't remember. But I kind of like it because there's silver, there's black. These are actually a little bit bigger than the ones that we normally use that we get from the dollar store, but these were at an Asian dollar store around his way. Yeah, Daiso, I guess so. Yeah. So these work pretty good, and that's what I used there. I just took off the bottom part. Um, Headlights. I don't. These aren't. What do you mean? These lights? Yeah. I just literally explained that. I don't remember. Uh, don't remember the name of the store. He threw the receipt in there. I have it somewhere. If I find it, I'll show you guys. But yeah, this is what I use for that. Yeah, so just want to share this a little bit. I'm about to go back to Instagram and kind of just add the fact that I can create graffiti on your dial once you are the winner and it is your dial. I can do whatever you want me to do in graffiti right back there. Y'all, and I am Audi 5000. Peace.